Welcome to Out of the Box Sports, podcast number 2. I'm the host, Jaden Myers. I'm here with Gunther Kissel and Carson Malott. Alright, first we're going to talk about this crappy weather we have been having these past 2.5 weeks. I'm going to say I kind of hate practicing, and I kind of wanted the games to play during this time, and I just really wanted to keep the season going.
That's right, Jaden. This weather has been abysmal. Atrocious at best.
It is true.
We've been canceled. And you know what the worst part is about canceling? It's not playing the game at this point. The worst part is having to go in the middle school. You guys, you probably hate it. But as an outfielder, we can't do anything. Nothing. Zilch. Zero. Zed for our British viewers. What do you have to say about that, Carson?
This reminded me like COVID times, so we're like being inside all this time. It's awful.
Yeah, it is absolutely terrible. I mean, I hate practicing in the middle school. I mean, there's a little benefit to it, like you get to work on the little details and everything like that. But overall, I would give it an absolute not PP. Alright, and now we're going to talk about our record right now is 8-1. We talked about the road game last podcast. And after that, we played Edison in a doubleheader, and we won both games. The first game was 3-2, and the second was 8-3. How do you guys think we played in both of those games?
I think up until now, the 8-1 record looks real good, but I think it's a little fruity record. I think we've played worse teams and we've done what we needed, but like I'm happy we're 8-1 playing this mediocre. That's a good sign.
Yes,
but we did not play great against Edison, even though it was 5-run wins. So
Yeah.
But that was our first home game, home series. Offense was definitely a little bit slow, and yeah, we're definitely lucky to get a win that first game.
I think we still had something like that first game jitters kind of, and like we didn't play to our total potential. And I don't think we still had played to our total potential in any of these games yet.
absolutely.
And then after that game, we went to Norwalk, starting the SBC, which we all know the SBC, they could be a bad team, and it's going to be a good game somehow. And we went to Norwalk, we were down 2-0, and then we come out to win 4-2. How do you guys think that game in a summary was?
What's that car start?
Yeah, we showed some fight in that game, especially that first inning, having a rough start, a few errors, getting down 2-0 wasn't the way you want to start a game, but we kept fighting and stayed in it.
Yeah, for sure. It was gritty.
Yeah.
It was that. This is like I said, we really haven't played great, and that was it. That we won that game with really not doing great. We played. Luckily, we had old Milo over here, pitching a dime piece.
Yes, he was.
So that helped the cause. But I mean, we're swinging like slugs up there. We can't do a thing. So it was a nice gritty win, and it was fun, especially against Norwalk, which is a solid enough team.
Yep.
Shout out Bryce Rogo, 3 RBIs.
Oh, yeah. And then the weather would cancel a couple games. We would schedule a team, Lucas, which a lot of us don't even know where Lucas is or anything about him. And Gunther's famous saying is, still play hard even though it's a nobody team that we think is a nobody, because they could still be good. And that was the case. They had a great pitcher, and we would squeak out a 2-1 win. How do you guys think about that game?
Well, you kind of butchered my saying, but it's fine. My saying's a lot simpler. It's just don't let it be Hopewell. A lot of context behind that, and I don't want to explain it. Okay?
We lost to Hopewell when we thought we were going to beat them last year.
But anyway, yeah, that was a bad game. We should have lost that. We should have lost against a really bad team. And that's what I was saying, that 8-1 record, it's a little deceiving. Right now it is.
On the bright side, Bus had a great game on the mound.
Bus is Talaveller's mom.
Yep. Tal had a great game on the mound.
Mr. Positive over there.
And then after that game, I think we played Clyde at home, and that's what the SBC. The team could be mediocre, and we could lose because we would go on to lose that game 5-3. I mean, what comes out of that game? Like, what did we learn from that?
Normally when you lose the air battle, you're gonna lose the game. We've only had one game this year where that hasn't been the case. And that was obviously the most recent game we've had, in which that exact same thing.
Yeah.
We run the team and majorly losing at your deficit. But yeah, just showed us you gotta always lock in, because you lose 3 errors and they have 0 earned runs.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to win.
Yeah.
We dug a hole and didn't get out of it.
Very simple.
True.
I would say with the games we have played, I think errors just come back to haunt us every single game. I think that's something we really got to clean up throughout the next few games. And then after the Clyde game would be a big test game, because it'd be Perkins, who's a really great team. It was ranked above us in the poll.
Still is.
Yes, they still are. After we would beat them 3-0 with a great outing from Carson here.
So
It was a good game. What do you guys think of that game?
I'll let the pitcher go.
Yeah, I felt good.
He looked good.
Yeah, obviously.
Offensively, we need to improve. The 3 runs, I don't like only scoring 3 runs, especially 2 in the last inning, but it's not for me.
Yeah, man. We haven't had enough teams have to reach far into their bullpen yet. Like that Perkins game, 3-0, their starting pitcher pitched what, the whole game?
Yep.
The whole game.
Yep.
And that's not good, because that cat was not that great.
Mm-hmm.
He was solid.
They had better pitchers on the team.
Yeah, they had
decided
better
to.
pitchers, and we didn't see him, and we won, but we let that cat go the whole way.
Mhm.
So it's unfortunate, but a win's a win.
Yeah, yes it is. And then the final games we're going to talk about is Oak Harbor, who we just played, and we would beat them 10-0 and then 14-4. What was the takeaways from those?
Well, yeah, like I said, the 14-4 one, that was where we lost the air deficit, and we still managed to win. So I was very happy, even though we played awful the second game. I was very happy because we did something that we haven't been able to do at all this season. We hit, and I mean we hit the ball like we were doing last year.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that groove continues, and we can, because if we just hit this and run with it, we're not going to lose. We're not going to lose.
Something Coach Malott says is put up a crooked number, and I feel like that's the only game so far this year we put up 6 runs in the 1 inning, I think it was.
Yeah, nasty.
That's the only way we're going to win games, is if we keep hitting like that.
I feel like we've had like a lot of runners in scoring position most innings in all the other games though. We just haven't cashed in yet.
And I would say like those last 2 games, the Perkins and Oak Harbor, we just changed up our lineup just to see how it was. If we changed it up, how better would it be? And I think it was actually a good change. I think the lineup is a great way for guys to get new RBI situations. And then what are like predictions? Because we have some upcoming games. We got Vermilion today. We got Clyde and Bellevue, and then the rest of the league games. What do you think is going to happen during those?
I mean, that's a sweep for us, baby. That's all I'm saying. Yes, sir.
I think if we hit the ball, and I mean we got a great pitching rotation, I would say. And I feel like if they're on, which they usually are, we're gonna win games after we start putting up runs like we do.
For sure.
All right, thank you for joining us for podcast number 2.